You can give a person knowledge, but you can't make them think. Some people want to remain fools only because the truth requires change. Welcome, everybody. That is the quote that we are breaking down today. I want to welcome everybody to the show. Welcome, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to keep asking you guys to do so. It helps with the algorithm. Audio listeners, thank you so much for listening in on your favorite podcast platform. Maybe it's your favorite, maybe it's not. But if you find this episode valuable, if you can, please take 2 minutes to leave a review and 5 stars this if you find this podcast valuable. Again, that also helps with the podcast algorithm and for new listeners to see what to expect when they listen in. The caption on this quote is straight facts. Some people will ignore the truth because knowing what is means you have to take responsibility. If you don't know what is, then escapism without conflict becomes a way of life. Now, I didn't create this quote. I reposted from a guy named Dame Dash. Those of you who are hip hop fans, you will know who Dame Dash is. So I just reposted the picture, but I added my own caption to it. So here's the thing. We can give you the knowledge, right? We can give you, we can tell you the good stuff. You can tune into this show. You can read the books. You can listen to the podcasts. You can go to the events. You can watch the YouTube videos. But we can't make you think. That means when it comes down to it, to apply this information, I'm gonna make sure this mic is right. When it comes down to it, to apply this information, when it comes down to those key moments, those life-changing decisions where you choose either discipline over comfort, or when you have to show up instead of saying, I don't feel like it, I don't want to, but you know you have to, right? When it's those decisions, that's when it all matters. That's when all of this stuff matters, right? When you put in the extra work, when you see what's most important, right? We can't force, I'm talking about content creators, people who you learn from, people who you get your source of, inspiration, motivation, whatever it is you get out of it, right? Anybody you're learning from, any book you're learning from, they can give you the information, but they can't help you apply it and they can't make you think. Right? Now, information like this, when I'm telling people to get close to the truth, right? To look at the reality of their situation, most people want to remain fools. They want to be ignorant. They rather not know. And that is because the truth requires real change. That means now that you became aware, now that you are aware of this information, if you've done some deep study into information like what I'm talking about or whatever topic you're learning from, but you keep doing the same thing you've been doing, right? The old habits, the old ways of living. And now you know that some of the choices you make are poor choices. There will always be conflict. That's why in the caption here, I said, you don't know what is, then escape. When you don't know what is, then escapism without conflict becomes a way of life. I say without conflict because if you don't know, this is now just a way of life. But when you do know, you become aware. Now you are consciously aware of your own moves. And now you're saying, damn, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. There's people who are living life today. They're literally living double lives. People are living double lives saying, I want this. This is where I want to go in life. This is what I want to do in myself. This is the right information. This is the right way. And they're literally living the opposite. They're living the opposite of what they claim to be true. Now, why is that? Why would somebody do that? Why would someone live in contradiction? Why would someone live in conflict? Right? Why would someone speak the right information? Why would someone say, yeah, this is the right information? This is the right way for me, for myself. It will lead to a better lifestyle. But continue to make the same moves over and over and over again. And that is because people have not yet made the intention to make a change. They have not yet said, you know what? I'm going to make a decision today to not just talk about it, but to be about it. Because you will never advance in life when you live in conflict. You will never advance in life. You will always be in the same place. You will always be pulled in two different directions. This is the right way. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, but this is what I would choose to do instead. And then that mentality is eating you up alive. You start to beat yourself up. Damn, I'm fucking whack. Oh, I suck, man. I know I'm not good enough. Look at me, I'm a loser. I'm making the wrong moves over and over and over again. That's what happens. I've been through that, and that's not fun at all. That is a depressive. That is a poor way to live. Terrible way to live. So you're gonna have to make a decision, or else this life, if you're living in conflict at the moment, if you're living in conflict, right? If you continue to ignore the truth and you want to quote unquote remain a fool, then this life that you're living now is what's going to it's what is going to be like for the rest of your life. It's going to be like this, and then it's going to head downhill. It's going to be on the decline because there is no maintaining. You're either growing or you're dying. And if you're not growing, you're obviously dying. So one day you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to listen to this all these information, the information that you seek, all the knowledge that you seek, and one day you're going to have to use them. You're going to have to make a decision if this is the life you want to live. In this case, for me, I call it the about it life. For you, it may be different. For me, I had to create the about it life, being about it, not talking about it, because that's what helped me to make that decision. Say, okay, you know what? Every move I make, I am going to make a conscious decision. I am going to be aware and observe the moves I make. These moves are either an asset to my life or it's a liability. And I have to have good judgment of that based on where it is that I want to go and what it is that I want to do. So if you continue to ignore the truth, if you continue to uh, try to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say ignore, but if you want to alter the truth, because you can look at it and then try to change it up and justify it. If you observe the truth without judgment, without biased belief, without trying to alter it, if you observe it and see what is, you would change your life. And how uncomfortable that feeling may be, because it will be. It will show you, it will reveal the facts. You will see yourself for who you actually are. That's when you have to make a decision. And in that decision, you're going to have to take responsibility. If not, you're going to live double lives. And a double life does not advance, it declines. Thank you so much, family, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. If you found this episode value, please hit that like button if you're watching on YouTube. Also, please leave a review if you're an audio listener. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the podcast. And thank you so much for tuning in. I shall catch you guys next time. Peace.